You have paid $240,000 in renting. Now, can you imagine if you had taken that investment and purchased a home? Hi, Lakesha White here from Keller Williams Prime Realty. I hope that you are having an amazing day, or if you're listening to this in the afternoon or night, I just hope that your day is amazing. So I wanted to just come and just share some of the key things, questions that I get all the time. Most of the time people ask, is this a great time to buy versus renting, right? So if you are considering renting versus buying, I want you to think about this. Most people who are renting, the average rate, if just go with the number of $2,000. If you are renting and you're paying $2,000 for the year, for 12 months, that is $24,000. But let's say you go on to rent for 2 years. That is going to be what? 24 times 2, $48,000 that you have spent for renting for 2 years. Now, listen, I won't go through and do the math, but I really want you to think about that as you are renting, even if you're paying $2,000 a month, you're going to pay $24,000 a year, $48,000 for 2 years, and just continue to do the math on the number of years that you have rented. If you have rented, let's say you rented for 10 years and you've paid $2,000, which is really on the low end. You have paid $240,000 in renting. Now, can you imagine if you had taken that investment and purchased a home? If you purchased a home and had the home for 10 years, that would have been $240,000 that you would have built in equity. I'll share a personal example because I always like to come from a real place and tell my own real life stories. And so years ago, when I bought my first house and I was a single mom, I bought that house for $189,000, right? $189,000 for a home that I purchased, I would say almost 10 years ago, right? If I had stayed in that house for 10 years, now granted, I didn't, because as life happens, things change, you need more space, you sell your home, you buy a new home. But today, in that same neighborhood where I purchased a home for $189,000, homes in that community are selling for $335,000, $350,000, depending on what other bells and whistles that people have added to their homes, such as pools and a finished basement. But the point that I'm trying to make here is, when you are owning a home, as you make your monthly mortgage payments, you are building equity in your home. Whereas when you are renting, you're not building any equity. I want you to do the math, and I want you to think long and hard about how many years you rented, how much you have spent. Can you imagine a home that I purchased 10 years ago for $189,000? Homes in that community are selling for $335,000, $350,000. But you've been renting for 10 years and you probably spent north of $240,000 paying rent. I want you to know that I'm here to help you if you have questions. And when you are considering the topic of renting versus buying, I want you to think about that. This is Lakesha White with Keller Williams Prime Realty. I'm always available for a meetup. If you have questions, want to give me a call, I'm available to help you.